Hello, everyone. xHedra here, bringing you episode 4 of Oxygen Not Included Spaced Out Edition, game by Klei. In the last episode, we finished our 4 stables, and we finished setting up our whole automation array. And when I say finished, I built the last 2 ones. Oh, I have eggs I can put in here, so let's just do that. 9 and copy settings and put that there. So right now, I still have problem with the incubation, and let me look at the schedule. It's time to start incubating. So I'm going to do that and start the process and hope that someone starts taking care of this ASAP. Come on. Where's Zupet? I hate searching for my duplicates, my dupes. Where are you? What are you doing there? Dude. Here. Now. Okay, so at least Original's taking care. Optimal is taking care of this. Let's turn the signal off. Let's make sure that Zupet cannot exit. And make sure that she lullabies. Oh, everything. Let's turn that one up just 1 second. Perfect. So this one's lullabied. They're all lullabied. Come on. Stay here. Finish all of the lullabying. And there's one last one. Until that one's done, you're not moving forward, but it put the eggs in the wrong one. Come on. Now you're allowed to exit. Perfect. Okay, so all of those are lullabied. And basically, we were working on the toilet. So here's what I've decided. Like, I want my main access to space to be around here. Okay? So this is the width of a bedroom. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have to isolate this side. So I'm just going to go like this and make an isolation wall like this and make sure that it's all accessible like this so that people can build the insulation like this. Great. And once this is insulated, we'll go to the other side and we'll start digging. So I'm probably going to core this whole place out. Yeah, that's a good idea. I'm going to be coring this whole place out. Now, the reason I say I want my main shaft to be here is that, I don't know what's here, is that I want it to be as close to the base as possible because my exit is going to be through that part right here. Okay? So I want all of this place to be gutted out. And that's, oh, food. Okay, the mush bar is forever. Is my cook doing something else, though? Like, that's the worry that I'm starting to have. Where is my cook right now? Is my cook building? Yes, dude. Priorities. Cooking. Everything else is lower. Go cook. Oh, I'm out of water. That is not smart. Okay, so I need to resolve a problem here, and how am I going to go about this? Okay, I'm going to come like this. I'm going to build a wall right here, and this is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 high. Now, this is not clean. Let me think this through. I'm going to have to push the water out of the way. Well, sorry, push the water here, and this has become an emergency. So we're going to prioritize 9 because the reason nothing's happening right now is that we have no water. So let's just rush this ASAP. And oh, that was dumb. That was not pushing the water. That was basically opening and letting the water escape. So I'm going to be doing that on both sides. And great. Move that. Dig that. I'm just trying to make sure that I'm maintaining what I'm supposed to be doing. Like, this has to be my emergency project right now. I need, like I said, to push the water, deconstruct. Is this? No, destroy. So I'm afraid that this is going to break the water instead of moving it. So yeah, so this is going to move the water up. And yeah, of course, that needs this. That needs, nope. Come on, guys. Prioritize this. So I'm starting to get a little bit of water, so at least that start food again. But yeah, that food got really problematic. What's my research situation? I need to make sure I'm not forgetting to get things done. So the next thing that I want for research is air distribution. Yeah, so I'm going to get the insulated gas pipe and the oxygen generation. Perfect. This. And then once those are built, perfect, I can deconstruct this and do that. Come on. This. Perfect. Now this corner. And we can rebuild those. Construct this. This is really micromanagement. This is the kind of things that once in a while you'll have to do in the game. It's not usually all like this. It's just this case is a weird, difficult build. So in those cases, you have to be a bit more careful. I'm going to mop this up because walking in cold water is not a good thing. Come on. Construct this. Oh, no, not console. Deconstruct. Guys, come on. Just move the thing over. And we're just going to build like this. Great. Just do this. Come on. Construct this now, which means we need to go one lower. Oh my god, please select the tile. Press B to copy. Wow, that was hard. Okay, let's do this. And then the next one. Finally, so this is all done, which means we can just construct all of this and all of that. This, do this, and just like, come on. We're just basically micromanaging that so that we can get it done ASAP and keep the maximum amount of water. Oh, and a new hatch. So let's grab this new hatch. Unfortunately, there's some food down here. Oh, and there's a lot of food down there too. Oh, that is not good. Okay, let's move this one way. And anyway, is this still a great all? Yes, that's surprising. But the reason I'm surprised that it's still a great all is that this is stifled, and once a plant is stifled, it doesn't grow anymore. We're going to put a Joya seed instead because that's 0 to 100 degrees. So that's really, really nice. We're going to move everything by 1. And I'm going to be done with whatever's here because I'm going to pump this water somewhere else. So what I have to be careful with right now is not lose my access to water and not lose my carbon dioxide. Like this is an honest concern. What we're going to do is going to wait a little bit, and I want to reduce the size of this. So we're going to move everything by 1. So deconstruct this and uproot that. And you know what? Let's destroy this. Let's dig this whole thing right here. And this right here, and we're going to finalize this room. Like, I feel at this point, that's the way to go. So I'm going to do this and this for oxygen, and this. And can I do this? No, I don't have access. It doesn't matter. We're going to get there in a moment. So let me just, like I said, let me continue micromanaging that because, see, I have all of this lice loaf here and mush fry that's not accessible, and that is not acceptable. I need access to that food ASAP. So we're going to do that. We're going to deconstruct the 2 corner, and we're going to do the same build operation to bring everything up. Perfect. So let's do this. And let's do this. And let's do... Put another Joya seed right here. Let's just prioritize everything that's here. And yes, I'm high prioritizing stuff, but right now I want to get this fiasco fixed ASAP. Because right now... Oh, I still have a Great Hall. I'm surprised. So while I'm doing this, I'm maintaining a Great Hall. That's surprising, but I'm happy about that because I need it. So let's just do this and this. Then we can extend right here. And we're going to have to extend this like so. This is going great. No, not here. This is going to be more. Now it's not a Great Hall anymore. So now this is really important. Okay. You're stuck. Come on. Someone save her. Ah, just in time. That was scary. Okay, let's do this and let's do this. Let's close this place as soon as possible so that it becomes a Great Hall again because I'm losing the bonus. And the moment this is closed, we're going to be a bit less stressed. Come on. There's a lot of carbon dioxide here, though. Let's just continue with this. Deconstruct, deconstruct. Gonna have to close this floor up. You know what? Let's leave it at this level for now because we need to take care of the next step. Oh, I goofed up. So I need to deconstruct this. I need to deconstruct this. I need to deconstruct this. And I need to move this right here. Okay, and we have a dupe and we have research. Now I'm doing the worst thing possible. I'm forgetting too many steps. So first off, my incubator. This should have been priority number... Well, since we're here, we're going to get another dupe. We're going to get another upsup. But before we do that, let me just come right here and look. Where's my gopher? Up in the mole. What do I want to do with him? So build to get. Cookie, digger. Make a build. Upsup. Dupet. I honestly, this is one of those cases. Ooh. Yes. Let's just take care of these things. This is one of those things that I don't know what to do with whom. But at this point, I'm going to need more cooking. So I'm going to put Optimal into cooking also. And Digger's going to go into super hard digging. And Cookie's going to get some improved carrying. So first off, priority, not priority, skills again. I gave cooking to Optimal. So priority Optimal is going to get into priority for cooking and lower of operating. Okay, so this is all taken care of. I'm going to do the dupe first, but now I don't have enough room. So I need to put more beds over here. I'm going to prioritize this. I'm going to open this door. And now I'm going to go get an upsup. Okay, so this is probably going to take a little while because right now, do I need an upsup or build dig? I'm going to go and I'm going to stop on the best one that I find. I would prefer an upsup, but I might end up taking a build dig. So I'll be right back. And we're back. So we found another upsup. Not an amazing, well, it has a good operating, but it's Twinkle Toe. He's got 30% run speed and no agriculture. No one cares. So we're going to call this the upsup Zoomy. Print that dupe out and let's go to priorities. And upsup Zoomy is going to go into operation and skill, operation and improved tinkering, And we're going to change him to a different schedule. Right here. And all my schedules are balanced. Perfect. So now I can just continue with what I'm doing. So deconstruct, deconstruct. So basically what I'm doing here is I'm going to move everything over by one tile. Like this. And I'm going to move this also by one tile. And I'm going to put a ladder to go down because I need to have access to all this food and crap. Like everything that's down there. Let's just also, come on, prioritize these things a little bit. This is taking a little bit longer than I wish it would. Like this. And then we can start deconstructing these. And this. Means we're going to have to build those also that I was forgetting. Oh, I hate when it does that. So this is what the clean floor is supposed to not do. I'm going to deconstruct that and hope that it's going to work. So I think it did that because it was a replacement of an airflow tile. And then we're going to remove that and that. Can we remove all of that? Come on. Guys. Hurry up. Let's go. And I'm forgetting the incubating. Let's go and look at the schedule. No. So next day. But at least Optimal's making some food. I wish Optimal would, yeah. Prioritize that, please. Okay, so now I have a problem. I need to deconstruct that ASAP because Digger's stuck there. Come on. Come on, guys. If you fall in the water, I'm... Okay. Do this, and then... do that and prioritize that. Perfect. Oh, sorry. 9 for those. The moment these two things are built, perfect. They can come in and out now. So let's just make sure that we're building those 2 tiles, and then we're going to open up the water. Yeah, we're going to need to keep that an extra level. Deconstruct that. Hopefully, no, it doesn't expand. So we're also going to have to handle that. That shouldn't take long. Deconstruct that one. Then deconstruct that one. We're going to have to rush deconstructing that one. This is micromanagement to its finest. Oh, this is the height. Well, that is not ideal. So it means I have to push this up. And let's take this. And push this up too. Now the reason I don't want to push this up more is that I need to do some operations. Can I do this? I think I have a fix. No, I'm going to need to deconstruct that to be able to have a fix. Perfect. Okay. So, step 1. We need to bring water in, right? We need to bring water into this place. So now we can set this up properly, I believe. If I come... Nope. I'm just trying to find the items that I want, but before I want to get rid of all of these. And you're going to see what I'm going to do with this, but I'm going to take care also of my incubating. So I'm going to put you right here. So this is where water is going to come out, and I'm going to need a pipe to bring water right here. Right now I'm going to put a pipe right here, and like this. That's for later. This is the part that's a bit more urgent though. Then we're going to talk about shipping. So if I put an auto sweeper right here. And I put a conveyor loader right there. And I put a conveyor rail, shipping, conveyor rail, conveyor chute right here. That should do, oh, this is beautiful. That will do exactly what I want it to do. So now I need some rails, shipping, and I'm going to need these to go up here. I'm going to need this to come this way. Let's do it this way around. Like this, and like this. I'm going to explain to you why in a moment. There's an easier way of building it, but that's not as nice because of the features of the hatches. But that's kind of what I want for now. And now I'm going to need to bring power in here. I'm also going to need to bring power over there. And this is where I'm going to be getting my water from, like this. Okay, so let me explain what I'm doing now. This is less urgent, but I'll do it anyway. Copy the chute and put it here. Okay, explanation time. So now I'm also going to put one of you right. Oh, can I put it here? Oh, but it doesn't go. No, so, okay, let's just put it here. And now let me take a second to explain what's going to go. We have eggs in here, right? Like now there's no egg, but there are going to be eggs in here. We want the eggs to be taken out. So basically, I'm going to need more. Darn it. Okay, so what I was going to say is I'm going to put a auto sweeper in each. You know what? Let me put the rail. Let's have that move forward, and we'll talk about what's going on later. Like, we'll just wait a little bit to move forward. So I'm going to do that. I have my room right here. Is that a barrack? Yes, it is. Although it's the ugliest barrack ever, it's at least working. And this is no longer a barrack. It's no longer a barrack because it's too big. So let's just do this. And then let's just dig those two and go. Come on. We've lost our barrack. We need to resolve this problem ASAP. It's always one thing or another here. It's crazy. Great. Now do this. Come on. Like I said, now we're in the micromanagement phase because I need to make sure that everything's going as smoothly as possible. And I forgot the stupid incubation again. Priorities. Nope. Schedule. Zoopet. She has time. Let's just do this. And let's go. So by the way, I put this here so that when she's grooming, she has the well-lit bonus. You're not getting out. Come on. Lullaby, lullaby. Nope, you're not getting out until they're all lullaby, dude. Do that. Just do your job. Perfect. Just, no, you're not done. Oh, it's because we're running out of power. Oh, please. Please just get things done before the power runs out. Okay. Whew. That was scary. So let's just try and accelerate this because, again, we're in a situation where we're not getting our room bonus. I misplanned so many of these things, and here we're eating in carbon dioxide, which is not ideal, which means we need a bigger sink, but that's going to be next step. Research. Is there anything else that I want? So, okay, we're at a step where we're going to get this one research right here to get the radiant liquid pipe. Oh, no, we need to get the oxygen. And I was going to say then we're going to take a break on research, but that's completely false. Not going to be taking a break on research. So let's just do this and do this and come on. Finish that room because we're losing too many room bonuses. By the way, one important piece of information. These rails and this shipping stuff, they can only be built by a mechatronic operator. That's why I wanted to have the mechatronic skill. If you don't have the mechatronic skill, you get into a situation where you have to wait like 100 cycle before you get your first mechatronic operator, and that puts you a lot behind, to be honest. So you know what? Let's do it. Again, I'm tired of micromanaging, and I don't want the toilet to be non-operational. So just by doing this like super fast like this, perfect. Toilets are taken care of. This is closed. This is back to being a good room, right? Yes, this is back to being a good room. Everything's closed. Everything's working. Are we still generating higher power? Yeah, that's great. You're not doing anything because we ran out of refined copper. And voila. Okay. So now, research again. Like I said, we're going to... Don't need any of this. This is interesting, but not urgent. Let's just get it. So we're going to get this. We're going to get the metal refinery. And we're going to get the material science. And the radiant liquid pipe. And then we're just going to concentrate on something else. So my wrenches are coming up well. I already have what? I have 8... plus 3, plus 1, plus 1. Kind of surprising that they didn't put both of them here, but I'm out of eggs. So still, it's progressing slowly, but food-wise, we're finally out of the gutter. Probably giving us ourselves access to food probably helped a lot. I'm going to try... So, okay. For the prioritization tool, right here, you can say, I only want to prioritize duty, cleaning, digging, or construction. So if I go construction like this and I go 6, I'm going to make everything that's being built here go above everything else. Okay? And we're going to let that like that for a moment. And we're going to go super speed and we're going to let the next day come so that we can do the lullaby stuff again and we can move on to... See, they're all losing their lullabies. Is okay, but we're also running out of power because this is asking too much. You need to stop processing metal for a little while. It's going to be night soon. Oh, it's building. Zupet is sleeping. And the moment Zupet's done sleeping, we're going to come back to normal speed. Okay. I'm going to come right over here. Turn that on. And we're going to take Zupet and we're going to say, you are coming in here. And you're not allowed to exit, and I'm not going to let Optimal come in. The reason I'm not going to let Optimal come in is I don't want Optimal to be... Don't want Optimal to come and take the job from Zupet. So we're going to let Zupet finish whatever she's doing. Oh, that wasn't good. You know what? This is, again, way too much micromanagement. But at this point, I just want them... I just want them working. That button is hard to click sometimes, by the way. And remove that. So that's lullaby, 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 and it's waiting for this to be powered up. And now it's going to be lullaby, and we're going to let these in and out. Perfect. I feel like we survived something that was a bit complicated. And, oh, okay. We're also going to take a 10th dupe because at this point we need to start eating and we need to start working. So I'm going to be searching for a build dig or another great ups up. Oh, I'm tempted, but I'm not going to do it. Oh, build dig 6-3 Night Owl. So I don't like that he has decreased germ resistance, but too bad. So build dig build diggy now. Print. Great. And skill. Already going to give him hard digging. And we're putting them all in digging before build. Because being able to dig more place is way more important than anything else. Okay, so with that all finished, We can deconstruct this, although it's not urgent or important. Then I can show you what I want to do with this. So with this, I'm going to select everything except critter eggs. Okay? So basically, this is slowly going to empty this whole place and bring all of the stuff up here. Now, it's not that it's important to remove it, but I like to take the eggshell and the meat and bring it up. And while we're waiting for this, this is building, and pretty soon the liquid pump's going to be on, and we're going to start putting water. So what this is going to do is that it's going to make sure that this whole place is always filled with water, and 1,000 kilogram up to here, so this will always be in water. Let's just give it a little boost, because again, I want this going. And someone else got a skill. Diamond and obsidian. See, we don't have diamond and obsidian to dig on this planet. So I'm going to start speccing those to demolition because we're probably going to need demolition pretty soon. Come on. And we're going to have to make a better sink. So 1, 2, 3, 4. This is where it should be. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, there's an hatch here. So 9. And of course, the more we dig, the more we have a chance of finding an hatch. Let's go like this. I don't know what we would want here. This is to me just a sink pit. Like it's just a place where I can sink some carbon dioxide. Let's do this, and then let's do this and continue. This is going to let me sink in so much dioxide. It's going to save the base for a couple of cycles until we get a better management of all of this. Okay, this is all going well. And it's going to be the next day, which we're going to need to lullaby the eggs again. I just need to make sure that I'm not forgetting. I've been not giving enough attention to the eggs, and now there's a small part of me that's scared that we might miss our chance. Like, if we miss Locavore, the run's pretty much finished because there's no way you can get it again later. Okay, so this is going to come right here, and this auto sweeper is going to come right here. Perfect. Oh, we're doing good right now. I'm going to do this because I don't want that little pocket of carbon dioxide to be here, and it's going to prevent water from coming in here, and it's going to let that liquid vent. Oh, perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. So now this liquid vent is going to be able to overpressurize. And once it's overpressurized, it's going to stop putting water. This is all working well. Lullaby time. Zoopet, you're coming in here, and then I'm going to disallow Upnimal, and I'm going to disallow you to leave, and you're not leaving here until all of the eggs are lullabied. Perfect, so I can pay attention somewhere else. Okay, I forgot to copy the settings here, and now this little critter might run out of food. Great. Everything seems to be stabilizing, and we have another friend, which is cool. Come on. Lullaby. I'm going to have to reduce those. You know what? I'm going to reduce those to 15. And I'm going to reduce those to 17. And do this. You're all lullaby, and I'm going to give you byway access again, both of you, but we can continue on with the next one. Okay, so as I said in the last episode, and it's been a while now, I said that I was going to take care of some bathrooms, and that's what I want to do. So these bathroom requires cleaning and emptying, and that is not a good long-term solution. So now, let me just clean up these extra research thing that we've completed. And what we're going to do is we're going to come here in plumbing. We're going to put a bathroom here and here. And now we're going to need some pipe. I'm going to make the pipe out of granite because it's a nicer looking material. And I'm going to go like this. Then it's going to be one space. Space. One space. Let's just restart. I started one too far. 3. One here, one here. 3. One here, one here. Great. And then these are going to be the ends of water. Oh, no, we don't need any of those. Like this. And like this. Great. So now we just need to wait for some of these things to get built. This will also need to get built right here. Okay, the way this toilet latrine system works, these toilets are auto-empty and the sinks are also auto-empty. You just need to always have water in them. So what we're going to do that, is we're going to need to filter that water. So my setup that I like is a water filter, a liquid reservoir and another liquid reservoir. We're going to go like this. And this is going to go to purified, and this is purified backwater. Let me just finish setting it up. I now kind of figure out how hard these things are to explain without a setup sometimes, until the whole thing, like trying to explain it as you're building it, makes it very hard. Okay, so if you look at this right now, again, I'm going to wait for all of this to be built. Like I'm really understanding how more efficient this is. Goes all of this, and see, everything, even here, is getting some oxygen now, and this is like pushing things down. We also want some oxygen coming from here. These are all good. Oh, we're already done with there's another day that passed by and I didn't even notice. Turn you on. Where's Zoopet? Okay, Optimal got in there. So Optimal, you're going to stay in there until everything's ugged. Oh, this is... I think that by reducing, I found the right time. This is much more efficient. Like, this is something that you need to play with. A bit annoying. Finding the right timing. See, ready for the next one. Don't know. Oh, they're still a bit lullabied. Ooh, I didn't think of that. Come on. Lullaby the next one. And then the last one. And everyone's granted access in and out again. Perfect. Research again. And now we're going to do the material research. No, we're going to do this, then the material research, and then we're going to be done for a little while. And we're going to hopefully get our bathroom fully completed soon. I'm going to need a bridge because... So we're going to need to prime the bathroom, which is what I'm going to do right here by disabling this. We're going to have to prime the system is what I was trying to say. If I come here, more research. Do I have a shower? Yes. Let me check. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's probably how we're going to do it. So 1 here, and the last one would be here. And this needs to be closed. Can we do this? Yes, we can do this. Great. So let's just please prioritize this so we can get our system started. And I'm going to show you how to prime and start your bathroom. Mecha ups up. Perfect. So the way I like... No, not ready. Open. This needs to be open. Perfect. We're almost done. I'm not... Oh, let's make it faster. Hey, we've got a new hatch. Okay, now we can reduce the speed. And this is prime. This I put at high performance. So we're ready. Do this, and it's going to come up to here, and this is going to need to exit like this, and this is going to need to exit like this. Perfect. So, just... Okay, let's talk about the toilet system. So, we're going to prime the system with water. What that means is we're going to need an influx of water. Now, it's not going down the line because there's nothing else to receive it. So these 3 toilets are now full of water, which means we can now deconstruct these 2 because we don't ever want to use these 2 again. But I need to keep the wash basin for now. So this is my favorite setup. 2 bathroom, a space for a statue, a bathroom and a sink, a space for a statue, and 2 sink. So now that we have that, we're going to go to medicine, and we're going to put a sink right here that we're going to prioritize, and then we're going to go get our 11th dupe. I'm going to wait a little bit on the dupe because I want to finish building that to show you. Come on. Let's go build it. Oh, we need to lullaby again. So let's turn this on. And now that it's on, Zoopet went in. So no up in the mole, no Zoopet out. Okay. So now that we have this also primed itself with water. And now that I have this, if someone goes to the bathroom here, they have somewhere to wash their hand. So I can now deconstruct this one. And you need to do it in step because you don't want to bring germs all over your base. Once this is destroyed, you can now make this one and accelerate it. What's going on? Oh, I forgot to turn you off. I'm burning through so much power right now. This is disgusting. This is lullabied, and this last one is going to get lullabied at some point. It should. Come on. After it's lullabied, I'm just going to do this to save the power because this is a bit disgusting. And when they're all turned off, I'll give it power again. Okay, so now we have 2 sinks. So we can set direction, deconstruct that one. And basically right now, there's 3 toilet, 2 sinks. The chance of 3 dupes going at the toilet at the same time because of my schedule is very low. So now we're going to be able to put the last sink in. And we'll talk about the system being primed, or about the priming of the system. And we now have a shower, which has the benefit of producing more dirty water and of giving you, what's the status? There's something somewhere that it says, like in the bio or somewhere, it's going to say that they feel happy because they're clean or something like that. Maybe in the morale. Last cycle, terrible, barrack, 2 shift, interesting skill. Duplicate, washroom +2, showered +3. So yeah, moral's going great. And the last one's built. Okay, so now that we've done this, let me explain the system. The system is primed with water, which means we have water everywhere, and I can now disconnect this line. The dirty water is going down these pipe and coming into a liquid basin, a liquid reservoir. So that can hold about, I think it's a 5 ton of water, of dirty water. That gets cleaned and turned into water, and that water, another 5 ton, can come down here. At some point, this is going to be a problem. At some point, we're going to have too much water in the system, okay? But by the time we have 5 ton of dirty and 5 ton of clean, we're going to have to solve that problem. So it's only a short-term problem. We can remove this and this, and we will never have to inject new water into that system. We're going to need a way to take some out. While we said that, some research got completed, and like I've said multiple times now, I'm going to start the Radbolt research, the material science research, and I'm going to take a little break on the research. Let's go see which achievement we earned. Should be the bathroom one, Royal Flush, Replace all the outhouse and wash basin in your colony with lavatory and sinks. So now we're going to go get our 11th dupe, and this one has to be an upsup. Does he? What's the last one I got? Let me come right here to schedule. Build Diggy Now. Yeah, the next one has to be an upsup. And now that Build Diggy Now has slept, we're just going to bring him down into that. And by the way, he's got an all-night attribute, so you want him working during the night. Okay, so let's go grab an upsup, a good upsup, and I'll be back in a moment. And we're back. So we got a lot of build dig, but we finally got an upsup. So we're going to call this one upsup basic. He's basic. You can see that he really only does that. So let's just print him out and welcome him to the fray. So upsup basic. I'm going to put you in operating immediately because like right now what I need is a lot of operator. Like I really want to concentrate on operating. Okay, so let's do, we're going to need to reconnect those. Let's do a little recap of where we are right now because I feel like I might be losing control. If I come here, we finally have our latrine fully automated. We still have our laboratory. We have our great hall, which is slowly going to be losing its carbon dioxide problem. Can I build this here? No, I cannot. So I wanted to build this somewhere so I could start producing oxygen to go down here. Can't put an oxygen generation there. And I don't want to remove the battery. So I'm kind of in a weird situation for that. Because I really want oxygen here. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to bite the bullet and I'm just going to come right here and go like this and deconstruct this. I'm going to deconstruct this and you, oh no, and deconstruct this. Yes, good idea. Let's do this. I just had a great idea for that. So anyway, we'll come back to that. So I'm going to put behind the door like this an oxygen generation right here like this. So that's going to remove all of that because right now my dupes have problem breathing when they go to eat. And that is not ideal. And doing this should push all of this out. So just let's accelerate that. Now, next thing. This is filled with water. So I'm happy with that. We still have a reserve of water here. We're isolated here. We're isolated here. That's our wrench situation. Oh, we need to... When's the lullaby finishing? So we have time to do this analysis. So if I come here, 8, 8, 3, and 1. Okay, so this is why we did this. Now we can explain this system since we now have what it needs. Now the problem with 8 critters is that they produce a lot of eggs. And if the eggs are not taken out on time, we get a debuff, okay? So I'm going to just go here. I'm going to say consumable ore, which is going to take out all the coal. And while we're waiting for this to finish, I'll explain what's going on. Is the lullaby finished? No. I need to wait for one of these guys to make an egg. Lullaby, come on. Lullaby is finished. Okay, so we're going to come right here. Turn this on. We're going to wait to see which one comes in. Optimal, you're not going out. And Zoopit, you're not going in. So this is getting lullabied all one in a row. Turn this off. Then the next one. Next one. Oh, this is perfect. Next one. This is working much better. Now, my important thing is that I must never forget that I need to do it. Yeah, do this, and then you can leave. Okay, so let me show you what's going on here. So right here, I have a shipping system. So this auto sweeper is putting the coal into this conveyor loader, and immediately whatever's in here exits into this tile, out, down, across, down, and into the water here. Now, we have this other one picking it up and bringing it up back upstairs because we don't want any of the coal here, and we don't have a filter for now. So since we don't have a filter, I can't filter out the coal to a different location for the time being. Although, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to turn this off. I'm going to let the coal accumulate here because this is wasting power that I don't have. But what I'm trying to do, let's look at all of my hatch. So this is 36%, 18%, 78%. So I have one that's semi-close to producing an egg. Let me go to research. This is not finished. Let me go now to skill point. And who has a skill? Brainiac. So right now, I don't want to scale Brainiac into anything because I don't know what's the next thing that she's going to need. And she might need research pretty soon. So I'm not touching this at all. So if I come back here and I look at this, I still don't have any eggs. No, so let's put this one on consumable ore. So right here, there's no more coal. We're just waiting for an egg to be able to show and explain the solution. Let me talk about the rail. I used to have these rails go like this to have a shorter route, okay? The problem was the following. The egg was taken and moving here and would still be in here and giving a debuff. Then it would go down, and when it spent half a second here, it would give the debuff to all of those critter. And down here, give the debuff, and down here, give the debuff. By making it go outside of the wrench immediately, the debuff instantly disappear. Let me just check what's going on here. 67, 52, 1%. Oh, 1%. So one egg is... Is there an egg? How can someone be at 1% and not have given me an egg? Oh, because the egg was taken in here. Okay, so I'm not going to be able to show it. I wanted to show it. Maybe next time they produce an egg. I'm going to leave it like that for now, and hopefully we'll get something soon. Let's add some more copper ore right here. And let's start talking about the next project. So, I'm going to go into a time lapse, okay? And in my time lapse... Oh, another skill. And no, it's just the same skill that Res Current. I don't want to know about her having a skill anymore. So I'm going to go in a time lapse. And in my time lapse, I'm going to do one thing. I'm going to start strip mining this whole side. Okay. What I'm going to do is my main way up and down here is going to be this right here. Okay. So like this. I'm going to stop here, though, because I don't want to get into this biome yet. But I'm going to go up here. I'm also going to go up here. Okay, these are the two ways I'm going to go up. Right here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just pour this whole place out, but I'm going to give it some space so that the bad gases, the green gas, the chlorine gas is going to go down, and the hydrogen gas is going to go up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just pour out this whole space first, so that when I open this up, that the chlorine gas is going to come right here and float up to the top and not come into my base. And what I'm going to do for that is I'm going to put an oxygen diffuser right here at the entrance, so that my oxygen is going to, like, it's going to push oxygen in this place here. Do I put it here, or no, I'm going to put it one further. Like this. And I'm even going to put an airflow towel right here. And I'm going to dig this out and dig this out. I'm going to positive pressure this whole place to make sure that my gases just stay in that side and do not come into my base. I'm going to have to do this and this and this and this, and I'm going to leave this side alone. But then here, I'm just going to be coring all that place. So during my time lapse, I'm going to be making sure to incubate my eggs and making sure that I have things in all of my hatcheries, stables, sorry. And I'm just going to be working on only that and making sure that my food stays stable. That's true. I'm also going to make another small stable here. And when I say small, I mean a smaller stable. And basically that smaller stable is going to be for Sweetle. Okay. I'm going to just take a look at, I'm going to bring these two Sweetles here. And I'm going to see, I don't think they produce as much meat. But at this point, I really want everything that I can. I'm probably also going to try and get a way to get this. I just don't know when or how. Like, I have to start thinking about the next step. And the next step is an oxygen system. I need to stop using algae, although I'm sure I still have a lot of algae. Let me check. Still have 78 tons, but it's using a lot of power. I need to start generating oxygen with the oxygen generation, like here, or they call with the electrolyzer, because they give hydrogen, and hydrogen is another form of power, and you can make an hydrogen oxygen system that's self-powered, and it generates more power than it uses. So we're going to be able to retire those little mouse wheel and take care of the oxygen at the same time and distribute it where we want. That's basically what I'm going to be doing. Like I said, I'm going to be coring this whole place out. Like, I'm just going to be going like this. Oh, let me just continue the example. And at some point, I'm going to switch from sandstone to igneous rock, because this place is full of igneous rock. But I'm going to go like this and like this. I'm just going to stop here because I don't want to get this out right now. But I'm basically going to do all of this, then go down, do all of this, then go down. Or no, I think I'm going to go fully down so that there's place for gas to settle. But that's what I'm going to be working on, and making another wrench. I've done wrench in front of you multiple times, so I don't feel that the wrench are this important right now. But I'm going to bring the Sweetle right here. And since this one is not like a heavy space requirement, we're just going to do it like that, like that. And like that. Like I said, I'm going to bring some Sweetle over here just to see how they're doing on egg production wise, and to see if that can help. But like I said, right now, I'm going to go in my time lapse, and I'm going to be doing like a 20-25 minute of this. And before we do that, we're going to take one last look at the achievements, because I would prefer not getting an achievement. Locavore, we're at 258. So we haven't even eaten 400k, and it's cycle 33. So we have 67 cycle left and not a single piece of meat yet. And if I go in consumable, Do you see how we do not see meat here? It means we didn't even get our first piece of meat. There's one elderly here that's going to die in 4 cycle. Okay, that's going to happen while I'm working, while I'm doing my time lapse. So I'm going to wait for, like, when he dies in 4 cycles, so around 38, I'm going to remove the meat as a consumable. And I'm going to come here and I'm going to say, make meat forever. Okay? So that's very important. Make barbecue forever. So that's something that's going to happen, fortunately, during the time lapse. Wow, that's a lot of work. Guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye now.